Ted Tedderson. Today I'm joined by Ali Blozoff. Say hello, Ali.
Hello, I'm Ali Blozoff.
Ali Blozoff will be joining us for the bar. She's a former goalie for the women's hockey, playing at the high level of high school hockey. She's recently shipped game of her league and will be joining us today with her expertise to help us with today's class.
Indeed,
I'm Ted Tedderson. Today we are bringing our broadcast to you from Fresno, California, Gateway Ice Center. We'll be watching the Violent Gentlemen taking on the Crusaders in today's head-to-head face-off. For those of you who are not familiar, the Violent Gentlemen will be in the red jerseys. Crusaders will be in the blue. We have just under a minute of warm-up left, and we'll be bringing the game to you. So what do you think about today's game, Ali?
Well, you know, it's two very high-quality teams playing, you know, both very good records and all that, so I think we're in for a really high-stakes game, very good quality.
Indeed, indeed.
I mean, I think really it'll be a battle of the goalies, you know.
I'm looking forward to watching both teams go at it today and getting pucks in deep, finding the back of that net on both sides for this an exciting game.
Indeed. It looks like we have an amazing warm-up going on, so both teams should be playing at full capacity.
Looking for a lot of high-caliber action, that's for sure.
Indeed.
We're coming up on the 5-second mark of warm-ups. Seeing both teams beginning to play to their game ready for the start of the game. That buzzer gets us the end of warm-up time. Reset, finish their last-minute stretches, and we will see action shortly. As a note to any and all of you out there watching us for today's game, please be aware this is the first time we've announced this particular league. As such, we do not have a full roster of games. You can sure what the number is up for today. In future games, I do hope to have full roster set up so that I can better call the names and get the action to get to know who has what. For today, though, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Who do you think is going to win today's game?
The Crusaders.
Excellent. Who's your favorite player?
Joel Black.
What number is Joel Black?
I think 13.
Awesome. We'll watch for Mr. Black. Hopefully he gets
14.
14. How many goals do you think he's going to get in today?
At least
Excellent. We're going to hold him to that.
2.
Preparing for the face-off now are the Crusaders and the Violent Gentlemen. Eventually.
First period, 20 minutes on the clock. Both teams are coming to the center dot. And the Violent Gentlemen take the puck. Charging back is 17 of the Crusaders. Can't get to it before 8 of the Violent Gentlemen does. Comes around the side wall, knocked back in by 5 of the Crusaders. Continues around the board, coming up the wall, sending clears it out, keeping it in zone, but a Violent Gentleman is there to bring it to the center ice. Along the all sudden, he hits the shot on the short side, goes right into the crease of the far wall. Vasilov comes up, Straight up against the wall, comes across the line, but knocked back into the zone.
That is an offsides for the Violent Gentleman. Nearly avoided.
Crusaders braid into the...
Oh, I think that's a tripping ball.
And comes back out. So the player down, rush on the side for a delayed penalty.
And off goes the goalie for the Violent Gentleman.
17 again, comes in around behind the back of the net. And about 7 of the Crusaders gets in the way.
And number 5 of the Crusaders touch the puck.
Stops the play. With a penalty going to the Crusaders. This will show the Violent Gentleman on the first power play of the game, 1862. Did you happen to see what the penalty was?
It appeared to be a tripping, Ted.
A tripping. Hard to make it down the ice when the stick gets in the way.
Indeed. It appears that the Violent Gentleman was stuck on his breakout.
Face off to the right side of the Crusaders goalie. And the Gentleman take it again. Comes out to the back.
Just wide.
On the side wall. Gets caught up in that battle for the puck. But the Crusaders come out on top. Trying to clear the zone. Gets caught the blue line by the Gentleman. Down brought around by number 6. Attempted the pass, but for the Crusaders. They're going to kick it out. Interfering with that pass. But the Gentleman caught on the...
And a stick is knocked out of number 14's stick on the Crusaders.
Comes across to 11. Gets it in the corner. Passes in front. But
Just
the pass
miss.
does not connect. Crusaders 14. Bringing it out through center ice. Heads up. Gets across. Takes a short-sided shot, but bounces off of the Gentleman. Coming back forward through center, gets passed up towards 16. The pass doesn't connect. He goes down, goes down for an icing against the Gentleman. Face off will come to the right side of the Gentleman. Minute 40 left in the penalty to the Crusaders. And with this one, the Gentlemen are able to move it away from the face-off, but the Crusaders are there to take control. They lose it to another Gentleman. Knocks it down, clearing the zone. A little bit of wobble on that puck, but doesn't make it far enough for icing. First one, the Crusaders gets up to it, wraps it around the wall, putting it out of his zone, but it's caught in center ice by a Gentleman who moves it forward to 17. 17 moving it to number 20 of the Crusaders off the stick, who moves it forward to another one that's Comrades. Passed it across ice, but the Gentleman number 2 is there to take it away. Passed it across to 17. Struggle keeping control, but as he comes in, so ends up passing around the boards. Again, number 2 of the Gentleman comes in. Can't get a clear lane, so he passes a tip up pass over to 17. He takes that backhand shot, but in the wall of the goal. Number 4 now with it along the side. Tips it up and over to Crusaders, taking control of this one. Slowly going to Crusaders. Passes it across to 17, who can't quite catch up with it. Takes it down behind the net. Battling for the puck. One of the Gentlemen who moves it over. To pass up towards the blue line. Not able to clear his own zone. One of the other Crusaders gets it. Separated and moves back to center ice. Puck passes across 13. Passes off the wall. That's number 10. Moves it forward. Nobody there to receive. So the Gentlemen did it, but this gives an opportunity for change.
The penalty is now over for the Crusaders.
Both teams now fought back to finish 5-on-5. Crusaders again in control, trying to pull the zone, but not able to get it back. Gets up and over, and it tries to drop it down. Can't quite get it away. That's 13 of the Crusaders. Knocks it behind the net. They're again in control, brings it around. Can't quite get along to it, but up and over, trying to get it to bounce off the back of the goal. It's successful, and through the crease.
It was an impressive shot, Ted.
Very impressive indeed.
That is an offsides for the Violent Gentleman.
That whistle will stop the action for a moment, giving both teams a chance to get a breather and get some fresh legs out on the ice as needed. The hockey, wouldn't you say so?
I would say so. It's been very high-expected. The Crusaders have done a very good job of penalty killing for that early penalty they took.
Managed to keep a 0-0 on the board.
Oh, and a breakaway for number 20 on the Crusaders, and a save from the gentleman goalie. It's a really impressive save there, Ted.
Very impressive, for sure.
Perfectly squared, came out very nicely to challenge the shooter. Really just don't see calm, collected goalies like that very much anymore.
And with that, this will bring the face-off to our gentlemen goalies on our left side. Number 14 of the Crusaders wins with this draw, moving attack, but that gentleman is able to take away.
And a breakaway for the violent gentleman. And he whiffs it.
Rolling off the left side of the Crusaders goal. Comes to the corner, 18 minutes. Goal passes the 13, can't quite get it off the stick towards the goal, so it wraps around behind the net. Takes a short end of the shot. Not successful. He's coming to the corner, and again we have number 6 in control of the puck. Tipped away by one of the Crusaders. 16 triple collects, keeping it against the wall. He passes out to 6, who shoots and goes off of the pads of the Crusaders goal. Number 12 in the corner gets it, rolls it back down towards the corner. 11 works it towards the net, has it knocked away by a Crusader, clearing the zone, and bringing us to an icing on the Crusaders. We've had a couple of good looks from both teams so far in this period. Neither one has been able to find the back of the net.
Who would you say is the better team so far, Ted?
So far, we've seen pretty good action on both sides. It's hard to say definitively who's had better control of this particular period of hockey. The gentlemen seem to have had a little bit more control, but we've spent more time down to their hands, it seems. Down that face-off is going to end up coming out to the gentlemen. They keep control of rolling around the boards. The puck to the Crusader, number 7. He passes the 17, he doesn't connect to this one. Gentlemen, back in the direction of the Crusaders left.
That was an offsides.
Offsides missed by the ref, so we keep going. Brings it in, passes the 17 behind the net, trying to get it out, but number 9 is giving a little bit of competition for that puck movement. Manages to get him to lose balance, comes around, passes across to number 2, and shoots, and goes off the pads of 1.
And he scores!
For a violent gentleman score by number 17, in the score. 1-0 in favor of the gentlemen. 11-17 left in the first period. Also good to note for those of you at home with the length of this game, we have 20-minute periods, but the clock does not stop along with the action.
It's a really good play there, Ted. Not much you could have done.
Not much at all. And the gentlemen were able to get the rebound and knock it in off of that before he could reposition himself effectively.
Indeed. There's a really good pass-off pad.
Crusaders win the face-off at the center dot. Take it moving across, but number 5 of the Crusaders gets control. Comes in, he hits a shot, and off the pad of the gentleman goalie.
Goes off the bar.
Rims in, the rebound going off of the post. Goes to the back corner where the gentleman able to clear it back down to the Crusaders zone. Low rolling puck comes to a stop in front of the Crusaders net. Number 7 is able to get it past the 9 and moves it up to number 5. 5 across to 17, comes into the side of the net. Can't quite get a clear lane. He usually moves it back around. Back pass, he's losing control to a gentleman, but no one better to see. And the same one of the Crusaders tries to get control, but the gentleman takes it away. Crusaders once again in control on their own end. 17 passes across to 7, who takes it through and moves to the ice. Comes in along the side. Oh, passes across, unfortunately. 17 wasn't able to control it on his stick and get it shot.
Seems the goalie lost his footing a bit there.
Crusaders have it in center ice. Passes it back to 9 on his own blue line. He's back to number 20. Light blue 20. Moves it across. They have it passing across the number 11. Who's forward. Comes into the zone.
Oh, and almost dekes him.
Off his stick by Crusaders 5. Angles the good, knocks in the corner, but the gentleman is
Oh.
16 and the back passes. The puck doesn't connect to his intended target. The Crusaders are able to get it out and across the blue line to neutral ice. Pass across ice, bounce off the board. Gentleman number 8 knocks it back, keep it out of game. We now have number 6 of the violent gentleman, number 4. This is stopped by number 13 of the Crusaders, who manages to knock it back and clear the zone.
Very good defensive play there.
13 of the violent gentleman now with it behind his own net. Long pass forward to number 6. He gets it and starts to move, but number 5 of the Crusaders knocks it away from him. 6 bringing it into the Crusaders' defensive zone. Moves up with competition as it knocked away, but number 13 is able to keep it in the off. Hits the shot, but the touch traffic in the way, doesn't get through the number 5 passes up to number 4 of the Crusaders. Passes across the 14, can't connect with that pass. So dark blue 20, he has to come back for it, and passes the 13. Giving his team a chance to reset. He moves it up towards forward, cannot connect with the pass, so it goes in to behind the net with a gentleman catching up to it first to pass it down to 3 and neutral ice. 13 now with it, moves it across. The 17 collecting the puck, comes in, shoots, and off with the left pad. Back up to 3.
Oh, and that glove save. And a windmill.
Windmill. Did you feel that breeze, Allie?
I did. I've never seen something quite as beautiful in my life.
7:40 left in the first period. Score is still 1-0 in favor of the violent gentlemen. That was an impressive stop by the pad and then catch by the glove. Face-off goes to the violent gentleman, passes out to 12. Can't quite catch it with her stick, so it's the case in the center out. Knocks it back, and the Crusaders are there in control. 14 passes back to 14, passes back up to 14. 14 passes to 20. Dark Blue, who brings it in to the violent gentleman's end. Passes across to 14, who has it tapped off a stick by 12 of the violent gentleman. Gentleman's tool gets it, chips it back to center ice. 13 seconds in his own end to move it back into neutral ice. Now on the boards, Crusader is forced to chase it back in his own end and passes across the 14, chips off his stick, and the gentleman takes it up their own blue. Violent gentleman number 12 clears it out in the Crusader zone. The Crusaders are there to move it back. We're in the 14, who passes up to number 4. Crusaders 4 shoots and bounces off the pad. Shot off the rebound, comes in off the blocker.
2 saves from the goalie there.
The violent gentleman now moving it forward again. Pass across to gentleman number 4. Passes across the 17, but he wasn't quick enough to hit the passing around the backboards, up the walls. Number 2. Destruction. Number 3. 16 comes in, tries to stuff it in short side, but not the way. Wraps it back with number 11. Shoots out and stopped by the stick of our Crusader. A little bit of a push and tiny little off in front of the goalie, but ends up carrying away out of the crease. Crusaders now with the puck. Passes the forwards 2, stops that pass, stops at the 8, 2 passes towards the wall. Forcing his own pass, he brings it into the side. It's a shot and into the chest of the Crusaders goalie, who then goes to cover it on the ice.
Great series of saves from the Crusaders
Indeed.
goalie.
And a great offensive progression by the violent gentleman. 5:24 left in the first period. We're still 1-0. Crusaders working hard to try to get down and even that score.
Very high stress periods here, Ted.
Face-off goes back to 13 of the gentleman. Gets a shot, too much traffic in the way.
Oh. It seems the goalie has lost his footing.
Knocks the net from his moorings.
But play continues on.
Play continues and the ref resets the net before they actually come back down their way.
And another save.
Excellent save. Comes into the corner. A little bit of rough and tumble, and the gentleman come out on top. Pass across the 16.
Oh.
Takes a shot.
And again.
I'd say that was a strong reaction to that point-blank shot, wouldn't you?
Very strong reaction, Ted.
Face off to Crusader goalie's blocker side. And the Crusaders take this draw, goes back to the 5, who tries to pass it forward. 16 of the gentleman gets in the way. Tries able to knock it off his stick, keep it away, scramble for it, and he comes out on top. Goes back into a battle for the ball, comes out to 16, but he can't keep it on his stick to get a shot off, and 17 of the Crusaders takes it away, charging back through to central ice. He's the third number 20, who comes in, takes a shot, and off the shoulder of the gentleman's goalie into the glass behind. Gentleman number 6 tries to catch it, moves it across one of his teammates, he launches it forward to the neutral zone. While gentleman number 16 bringing it in along the side. Passes back to number 6, chips it forward to number 16. And the gentleman cleared out from the front of the net. 17 of the Crusaders getting it, moving it forward to number 21. That's out. Good pass. Back around the wall. 13 of the gentleman in control of the puck. What is it forward? He's coming out. He tries to pass it back. The Crusader gets in the way, knocking it out of the zone. Gentlemen are able to bring it back in the zone. The Crusaders are very close to get it out. Pass forward to 17. Rolls off the stick. He's chasing it down, catching up, taking a backhand shot. Doesn't quite get to the net. Gentlemen's number 2. Able to control and bring it out. Number 11 on the gentleman, Chad Union coming up. Works to get around the Crusaders in front of him. Tries to pass out in front. Too much traffic in the way, and the Crusaders come out on top of the control of the puck. Now in the corner, the gentleman get it, roll it back to number 2. He shoots,
and he
scores! By number 2, the violent gentleman, bringing us the 2-4 in the first period.
Like a really big dog. It's so sharp.
Your mom?
Yeah, it's pretty far back.
I didn't know she was on the watch.
Yeah, it's me.
Did you tell there's a connection?
Yeah.
Face off in the center circle. The puck goes down, and the gentleman bring it out. Goes back to number 2. He passes across for 17, but dark blue 20 of the Crusaders gets in the way, intercepts and passes over to his own 14. That goes towards the net, but the back glass. Gentleman 17 brings it around, passes forward, there's no reception, so 13 of the Crusaders catches it, misses his own, passes across the dark blue 20. 17 of the gentleman takes away from 20 of the Crusaders, passes up. And a secondary pass is not connected its intended play, but number 3 is 13 of the Crusaders takes it to the corner. Pass around the Crusaders number 5, and he brings it down the wall to the dark blue 20. He tries to pass to number 4 is interfered, pass is intercepted by 8 of the gentleman. Loses it on the wall to 14, who knocks it down in the gentleman's zone, but no one there to control it, so the violent gentlemen take the puck around the behind their own net. Pass forward, the Crusaders in net takes the pass and the second loss. Tries to move it to his teammate, but wasn't able to get there in time to connect, so the gentleman again in control. Pass forward off the boards to number 4, brings it in, crossing the line into the Crusaders' territory. Takes a shot instead of 13, gets in the goal, and half it out the top. Number 5 passes back to the corner in front of his net. Passes it received, gentleman passes back across. Crusaders gets it, passes to 14. 14 brings it in, passes back to 4, who shoots, and glove save by the violent gentleman's goalie.
Another great glove save from the violent gentleman's goalie.
That was definitely some excellent work right there. He kept his eyes on it, saw it coming the whole time, and was able to easily pick it off.
Really tracked it into his body there.
I did notice a lack of breeze, though, as there was no windmill.
I did not see a windmill.
This will bring that face off to the blocker side of the gentleman's goalie. 14 of the Crusaders gets it out, passes back to 13, moves across the 5. 5 takes a shot, but 11 is going to block that. 11 of the gentleman gets in control, passes it across the 2, or 2 loses it to 15. He moves it back. The gentleman in control, pass across to number 2. He looks for an opening lane, passes it up towards the blue line, but that pass is not connected.
Tell her I probably end up having to upload this.
She's saying the mics aren't working, but they are. It was during that period in rain. It was like delayed. We weren't really good next to it.
We have 4 seconds to go in the first period with a face-off on the right side of the goaltender.
Yeah, the Crusaders face off, get it out, take a one-timer that is wide of the net, and that buzzer brings us to the end of the first period. Score is 2-0 in favor of the Violent Gentlemen. Now, Miss blows off. I'd say that was definitely a good period of action. We got to see good shots by both teams, some good defensive action.
Really amazing goaltending on both sides, Ted.
Definitely a lot of amazing goaltending action right there. We definitely have a set of walls out there in front of both nets. It does seem like the Violent Gentlemen have a little bit of a stronger offensive edge in this one, but we've seen a good amount of time spent in their defensive zone as well.
Indeed, but I haven't seen quite as many shots from the Crusaders, Ted.
This is true. They've not got as many shots off, but we still have 40 minutes of hockey for that to change.
Indeed. It just seems to me like they need to get pucks deep, you know, and just really get it in there.
Find the back of the net. That's what it's all about.
Indeed.
This period of hockey is brought to you by Gueston Pads. Gueston Hockey Equipment and Pads. When your kid wants to play hockey but you're not sure if they're committed, why give them the best when you can get Gueston? Gueston Pads. We need something, but not necessarily the best. Now that buzzer brings us to the beginning of the second period. Again, score is still 2-0 in favor of the Gentlemen. Our goalies have switched sides. The teams are getting ready and making their way to that center dot.
I think we're in for another period of very intense hockey, Ted. What do you think?
I think we are indeed going to see quite a bit of action. Both teams are ramping up. You can see the speed has been increasing as we get farther and farther into play.
Indeed.
And that brings us to the face-off. Puck goes down. The Crusaders come out on top of this one. Chesterton chasing it away. Up against the boards, a little bit of a scramble and battle for the puck. It's kicked out with the Violent Gentleman grabbing control of it. Number 2 tries to pass it to 16, but too many Crusaders in the way, bounces off. 11 is able to recollect it and bring it into the zone, only to have it knocked away by Crusaders number 7. 12 is able to collect it back in the back end of the neutral zone and pass it forward along the boards. Catching it behind his own net is Crusaders number 7, who passes forward to his 11. Moves it across, caught and controlled, tip forward and caught by a blue Crusaders. They shoot, passing in front of the net, but the Gentlemen are able to knock that away and then bring it out of their zone through center ice. And along this side, we have a shot, and goes wide of the net, bouncing off the back by number 11.
I think he caught a piece of that, Ted.
It looked like he might. And another shot towards goal, knocked away by the stick of the Crusaders goalie. Comes in again along the side, but is stopped and cleared.
That is going to be an icing for the Crusaders.
And that icing will bring them back down into the defensive zone of the Crusaders. Face off is going to be to the Walker side.
Here's there is a special delivery being made to the bench of the Crusaders.
Catch it behind their own zone, try to get it out, but 8 of the Gentlemen catches it at the blue line. We have a shot and score by Violent Gentleman number 8. This will now bring us for 3-0 at 18:03 left in the second period. 17. We pass it across to the other wall.
I was asking for time.
Crusaders try to knock it back towards the net box. They can't keep it in the zone. Comes out to 17. 17 of the gentleman brings it in. Tries to take a shot, but his line closes up, so he rolls it behind the net. 7 of the Crusaders is able to knock it away from him back to the corner where they battle for it. He again, 7 gets it out, chases on his net, and wraps it around the boards. 2 of the gentlemen keeps it in the zone, takes that shot, and
Another save.
Traffic. Comes again, second shot, goes wide of the corner, bounces up back to the blue line. Q tries to keep it in, but 17 gloves it down, knocks it out. We end up with an offside as it goes back and forth, zigzagging that blue line.
You know, despite the score here, Ted, I believe the Crusaders have had very strong goaltending.
The Crusaders, they really have. They've had a couple get past, but we've seen quite a few good shots blocked off by the Crusaders goalie.
Far more blocked than not, I say.
When it comes to goaltending, I like to take a key phrase from my favorite movie, Shrek. Better out than in.
Indeed.
And that face-off goes to the violent gentleman, comes back to number 12. Tries to pass forward, doesn't
Oh, and a zone entry from the Crusaders. Taking it from number 12. And a score from number 14 on the Crusaders.
On that score by 14 will bring our overall total 3-1. Still in favor of the violent gentleman, but we are closing that gap. That goal is brought to you back. 38 left in the second period.
Really an excellent takeaway from number 14 there.
That was an excellent series of movements.
I believe that is Joel Black.
That was indeed Joel Black. That's one of 2 goals that we were told he scored.
Indeed. We're counting on another 2, Joel.
And number 20 has it against the boards, passes forward to Black. Black tries to put a shot, knocked away by number 12. As in control, pass to the 5, back to 14 Black.
Oh, just wide.
Wide of that net. Wraps around the corner as it impacts the boards. Crusaders try to keep control, but lose it to number 11. Pushed away. Another shot by Mr. Black going into the back of that net, bringing our score 3-2. Again, score still favors the gentleman, but we've quickly seen how that canyon has shrunk.
Mom says her microphones aren't working. She says that it sounds like we're standing next to it instead. Like you 2 are standing beside the camera. I don't know.
Can't you
Said
hear
I
us,
managed
though?
to get it to the end.
And the face-off out of grid for each handball.
Oh, and number 20 on the dark blue almost gets it. Keeps it in the zone. Number 16 from the violent gentleman gets a hold of the puck. Moves it past Joel Black on the Crusaders. Crusader gets a hold of it. Pass to number 14. Pass to number 20, dark blue. And taken away by number 16 of the violent gentleman.